I deal with it every day, and I know I'm not alone because I'm blessed with the opportunity to talk with a lot of creative minds, a lot of people who have put their art out there, and they talk about what they put into themselves in order to get the art out there to the rest of us. And I popped the question, do you think creativity is an addiction? And they all say yes. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. You know, if there's one thing that we can all agree on, we are living in some very strange times. And I wonder if those that lived this life before we got here, if they were saying the same thing in the 1950s, even the 1940s. My mother was born in 1923. Were her parents saying, we are living in some strange times. Man, strange. A lot of strange things taking place. When strange things happen, how do you turn it into a mile marker? Or do you just kind of just brush it off your shoulder? You just kind of just keep walking forward saying, all right, I'll recognize this as being a strange moment, but I'm not carrying it with me. Strange times. Well, if it's going to be strange times, then why don't we act strange? Why don't we just put our strange on and wear it well? Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day, and we're reading from April 14th, 2022. I just read that the U.S. military has confirmed that an interstellar meteor hit the planet in 2014. Now, I just told you what the date was, April 14th, 2022, and I just read that the U.S. military said, yeah, it happened in 2014, 8 years ago. And we're just hearing about it today? Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just going, we just heard about it today? I find it fascinating as to what is and isn't looked upon as being news. This gentleman by the name of Amir Siraj was doing some research back in 2019 and just happened to come across some notes. It's just taken the military 3 years to publicly say, oh yeah, it happened. What makes it even more interesting is that Amir was researching another meteor that hit the planet in 2017. With all that's been taking place with the pandemic, the Russian invasion, tornadoes, volcanoes, and earthquakes, it really does make the National Enquirer look like it's been telling the truth all along. Or is it that we've become addicted to bad news? Nowhere to run. It's always in our face. When we try to set it aside, the mind feels left out. It's like, I'm missing something. I know something's going on. Where can I go? It's falling behind. I have the fear of asking, hey, what's up next? Yesterday, my wife, she really does enjoy the fact that I take the time to read the news. I mean, I'm a news junkie. And she goes, I would like to start receiving some of these news stories. How do you get them? Now, it's not that my wife is behind. It's just that she has always done everything to keep the news world away from her life. And I've been kind of jealous of that. How do you stay away from news? And so I explained to her where to go and where not to go. And she goes, well, I'm just going to go to Yahoo News. I say, no. That's clickbait, man. No, you need to go to a reputable source. And as those words fell out of my mouth, I went, who's that? I mean, everybody's got their own shape and shade, but who can we trust? I mean, I do the BBC thing. I do the Fox News. I do the CNN. I do it all. And somehow, some way, I have to make it meet in the middle. And then I'm afraid to talk about it because it's only my own opinion of what's going on. And so when I read about the U.S. military has confirmed that an interstellar meteor has hit the planet and did hit the planet in 2014. And we're just finding out about it. It's like, oh my God. Are we at the end of the telephone game? Are you familiar with that? You tell somebody to your right a little something, and then they tell the next person, tell the next person, tell the next person. And by the time it reaches you, it's not what originally started out as the conversation. And I feel like that we're playing the telephone game here with this meteor. It's like, why did it take 8 years to make it here? I mean, a meteor hitting the planet. Now, I'm going to get religious on you just for a second, okay? And so I forewarn you, and if I upset you, I'm sorry. I'll pray for you. But anyway, if it took them 8 years to tell us about this meteor. If Christ came back his second time tomorrow, how many years would we have to wait to hear about it? I'm Arroe, and that's what I was writing about while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.